My name is Paul Peters. I'm from Austin, Texas, in the USA. And I'm married. I have a little son, and my wife's name is Irina. All right, I've been in Ukraine for about 6 years. I was teaching English before the war. And when the war started, everything turned upside down. So I was online getting ready for my students. Then YouTube recommended a video, so I saw Putin. It was, I think, about 4:30 in the morning, Kyiv time, around 4:30 in the morning. So Putin was talking about he's going to attack Ukraine. So I went to the bedroom to wake up my wife, and I said, "Hey, you wake up." And she was thinking, "Why are you waking up that early?" I said, "You have to wake up," I have something to say to you. And she said, "Well, what's wrong?" I said, "Just wake up," So she woke up, and I told her, I said, "Putin, it's crazy. He's decided to attack Ukraine." I just couldn't believe it for real, because I didn't think it was that stupid to do it, but he attacked Ukraine. And I said, "Well, what are you going to do?" I said, "Well, we have to think, we have to talk, what we're going to do." Then after a while, officially the Ukrainian government announced that, Putin, has attacked Ukraine. So for a while, we decided to stay in Kyiv, to see the progress of the war, because I was confident the Ukrainian armed forces, they were going to defeat the Russians. I had no doubt, because before the war, I told my wife, I said, "Hey, Putin can't attack Ukraine. It's not that stupid. If he attacks Ukraine, the Ukrainian army is going to defeat Putin and his army. And that's going to be the end of Russia." And she said, "You confident? You sure about it?" I said, "Yes, I am." And a lot of my students also, they asked me, they say, "Hey, what do you think? Will Putin attack?" I said, "No, he doesn't have the balls to attack, because his army is going to be destroyed in Ukraine." And then when the war started, and they called me, say, "Hey, you told us Putin is not going to attack." I said, "Well, I didn't know it was that stupid to do that." I said, "But don't worry, everything is going to end up right for Ukraine." So I got in touch with my friends in America, and they say, "Hey, what's up?" I said, "Well, Putin is stupid, attack Ukraine. But you guys don't worry. Don't worry if for my safety or for the safety of my family, because God is with Ukraine." I was very confident, being a believer, in God. I say, God is going to protect Ukraine. And then the war started getting closer, I was surprised that they got close to Kyiv, because I didn't think, I was confident Belarus was not going to join the war. Because I was thinking Lukashenko, the president of Belarus, is going to understand that Putin can't win. I say, it's not going to be with a loser, but I was surprised. They said they went to a place called Gostomel. And then I saw on CNN America, that they actually, the paratroopers, they landed in Gostomel, at the airport. I was shocked, I said, well, it's getting closer. Then we live in Sofiyska Bashigovka, that's a suburb of Kyiv, yeah. And then from time to time, we hear sounds of artillery, like shelling and stuff. So I was telling my wife, I said, that's the air defense system. Don't worry, But the war was getting closer and closer. After a while, she said, "Hey, maybe we have to do something," And I said, "Well, what about going back to America?" I told her, "No, I don't want to go to America. I want to be right here in Ukraine when Putin's army is defeated, because I say I'm confident Putin's army is going to be defeated. I said I want to witness it. It's something historic." Yes, if I'm in America, I won't be here to witness it. I want to be able to tell people later that I was here, I witnessed the destruction of the Russian army. So, but she was worried. I said, "Well, if the Russians, they come into Sofiyska Bashigovka trying to get into Kyiv, and things are going to be very hectic, very dangerous." I said, "Well, in that case, we could go to West Ukraine." Because I was still confident that the Ukrainian army is going to defeat. So she called she has a church she goes to, so she called a pastor, and a pastor got her connected. He gave the phone number of someone with Young Life, your organization that taking care of us, giving us refuge right there. So then she got in touch with Dennis. You know what I'm saying? There was Dennis, Dennis, you know what I'm saying? And then said he was going to come pick us up. So it was very kind, very nice. He came, you know what I'm saying? And he brought us here, you know what I'm saying? And we had a lot of adventures along the way, lots of, roadblocks, you know what I'm saying? But we got here successfully, and we've been right here. And what I'm so happy about is my prophecy is coming true. A Russian army is being destroyed in Ukraine, and it's going to be the end of Putin and the end of Russia as one state. Russia is going to be destroyed because Russia attacked Ukraine. Ukraine did nothing to Russia, nothing, absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? And right now, Putin, I think the Russians think Putin is God, which is crazy. Putin is just a man, you know what I'm saying? We all honor God, you know what I'm saying? But they believe Putin is God. But maybe Putin has a God, you know what I'm saying? Which I believe is, not the right God, you know what I'm saying? I believe the right God, our God, you know what I'm saying, is with Ukraine. And that's why Ukraine will prevail. You get what I'm saying? And I'm so glad that I didn't go to the US. I'm glad that I stayed in Ukraine, because my friends in America, they write to me and say, hey, how are things? I say, things going good. The Ukrainian army, they destroyed the Russian army. Ukraine is winning, so you guys don't worry. Of course, they watch a lot of stuff on television with the atrocities in places like Busha, you get what I'm saying, and other cities, and also you're talking about Mariupol, which, they've destroyed. I said, well, Putin is doing that because he's frustrated. He thought he was going to come to Kyiv, and capture Kyiv in 2 days. I said that was in his dreams, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen. And right now, it's launching the second phase, you know what I'm saying? Because he got defeated the first time, you know what I'm saying? So he went away from Kyiv and trying to attack again in Donbass, you know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be successful, you know what I'm saying? It's been destroyed. So I keep abreast of the news, you know what I'm saying? Everything's going on. And I'm so happy, you know what I'm saying? I'm so happy that you have your organization, Young Life, is giving me shelter, giving my family shelter, and you guys doing a great deal, for Ukraine, you know what I'm saying, for this country, and for the world, because Ukraine actually is protecting the world and Europe from Putin. Putin wouldn't have stopped in Ukraine. Putin will have gone to the Baltics, you know what I'm saying, to Poland, because Putin wants to rebuild the Soviet Empire. And Ukraine has been empowered by God to destroy Putin. And that's the beauty, because Putin is looking at Ukraine, so it's a small country. But Ukraine is protected by God. You know what I'm saying? So all the help that's coming to Ukraine from Europe, from the United States, from Australia, from Japan, from all countries, from most of the countries and all, is the help being sent by God. And I want to witness to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm here as a witness, because God is with Ukraine, and Ukraine cannot be defeated by Russia. Russia is going to end up destroyed as a result of the aggression against Ukraine. And Putin is going to lose power. Putin is not going to be president anymore of Russia. Yeah. And his army is defeated, his economy is destroyed. And who did that? Ukraine. So Ukraine is the chosen one of God. And as the whole world is going to be a witness to that, going to say that, hey, God exists, and Ukraine has been chosen by God to destroy Russia and Putin. Yeah. So that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited that I'm right here in this country, because right now Ukraine is the center of the world. Yeah. Ukraine is the center of the world. Ukraine is the one actually destroying Putin, destroying the Russian army, and making sure that other nations I mean, they're able to remain free. Ukraine actually is the one defending Europe. Without Ukraine, Europe would have been destroyed. Because if Putin with his army had gone into the Baltics, it would have destroyed all those countries, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, the best fighters in the world right now, the best army in the world right now is the Ukrainian army. I want you guys, all you guys watching this video, you know what I'm saying, to know that the Young Life, you know what I'm saying, the organization that's given shelter to me and to many others, before the war, they were doing something different. I mean, it's an organization to take care of minors, you know what I'm saying, teenagers and stuff. But when the war, I mean, started, Young Life started doing something, I mean, bigger than what they were doing before. Right now, they've rescued countless refugees from the war zones, and they've given shelter to countless refugees from the war zones. So I want you all to do what you can to support this organization, Young Life organization. Support them financially, support them with your prayers, and to spread the word. Tell your friends and other people, you know, about Young Life, and tell them to do what they can, so Young Life can continue to do what, I mean, it's been doing. Young Life has been doing a great deal, you know what I'm saying? I've been here for a few weeks. I've seen dozens of people that have come through, I mean, this shelter where I'm right now. I mean, the Young Life provides shelter, provides clothing, provides food, and financial assistance to the internally displaced people in Ukraine. They're doing an outstanding job, and I want you guys watching this video to do what you can to support this organization, financially and with your prayers also.
Добрый день, меня зовут Ирина Гимериан, я из Киева. Сейчас мы с семьей находимся в городе Чернівці. До 24 февраля мы жили спокойной, мирной жизнью. Я занималась своим любимым делом. Я бьюти-эксперт в косметической компании, визажист. И когда 24-го утром муж меня разбудил, сказал, что началась война. Несколько дней мы еще оставались в Киеве. Конечно, это все очень настораживало, было страшно. Возле нашего дома постоянно работали ПВО, было слышно взрывы. Я не особо в этом разбираюсь, и мне постоянно было тревожно на душе. Я молилась и спрашивала Бога, как быть, что делать. У меня муж не такой трусливый, как я, он мужчина, и, понятно, он поддерживал меня, но все же я задавала Богу вопрос: Господь, мне страшно, я не знаю, у нас есть маленький сын, и я очень сильно переживала. И однажды Бог просто сказал мне: не переживай, я вас вывезу отсюда. И он показал такую картинку, как будто мы едем, это было что-то такое большое, мне показалось, как будто это был танк, и вот как ангельские крылья, они сопровождали, прокладывали такой коридор. Я говорю: хорошо, Господь, если это будет танк от Тебя, тогда я согласна. И мы начали общаться, я уже начала общаться с пасторами, они на то время уехали из нашей церкви Unity Home Church, они были уже в Польше, и они спрашивали постоянно: как вы там, как собираетесь выезжать, может, вам нужна помощь? И я сказала, что да, нам нужна помощь. И буквально на следующий день наш пастор Саша, он написал: Ира, мы дали телефон, за вами приедут, ждите. Позвонил Миша и говорит: через полчаса мы будем у вас. Потом через пару минут он перезвонил, говорит: я где-то пробил колесо, не доезжаю, за вами заедет другой человек. Позвонил с другого телефона, представился, это был Денис. Мы собрали вещи, мы уже были готовы, мы ехали, и где-то на полпути Я вспомнила эту картинку, которую Бог показал, и это было действительно как в танке, потому что у Дениса большая машина, я чувствовала себя в безопасности, я чувствовала, что Господь, Он исполняет свое слово, Он вывозит нас и вывозит в безопасное место. Когда мы приехали сюда, в Чернівці, в этот центр, в 5 часов утра, я говорю, говорю, Денис, где вообще, куда мы едем? Он говорит, это центр Young Life, который помогает подросткам, они знакомят подростков с Богом, ну так простыми словами, да. И здесь мы почувствовали действительно заботу, здесь мы почувствовали максимально, как нам старались помочь. У нас на сегодняшний день есть все необходимое. Мы здесь находимся уже больше месяца. И я очень благодарна Богу, что Он дал именно этих людей, потому что они максимально стараются нам обеспечить комфорт, чтобы у нас была еда, чтобы у нас было что пить, спокойно находиться здесь. И я очень благодарна, что это именно это место. Ребята занимаются подростками, вот таким духовным воспитанием. Но на сегодняшний день этот центр, он стал центром помощи, ребята занимаются волонтерской работой. Здесь находятся люди не только из Киева, со всей Украины, из Донецка, из Харькова и с других городов. И мы постоянно общаемся каждый день, и мы благодарим за эту помощь, за эту поддержку, за то, что в это время не знаешь, куда ехать, как быть, но здесь мы чувствуем себя в безопасности. И если вы будете смотреть это свидетельство, это видео, и у вас будет желание присоединиться к их работе, к тому, что они делают сейчас, помогают людям, переселенцам, которые выезжают из горячих точек, из точек, где идут боевые действия, я очень вас призываю помочь, потому что это на самом деле благое дело, и то, что мы делаем для других людей, это угодно Богу. Я очень благодарна и думаю, что то, что здесь сейчас происходит, это просто воля Божья, и Господь таким образом заботится о своих детях руками своих же детей.